Corn cake. Have you ever tried corn cake? The perfect eggless, gluten-free corn cake. Today I'll be showing you how I have made this. This recipe has been made with 2 fresh corns and cornmeal. Another name of corn is bhutta. Cornmeal is also known as Makai ka atta. Cut both the ends of the corn and we will take out the husks nicely so that we can use these husks. Avoid any damage to the husk so that we get large husks out of it. Just watch carefully how I have been taking out the husk. We will also use the corn silks and the cob in this recipe and it will add a good flavor to the corn cake. As you can see, while you are taking out the husks are tightly attached to the bottom of the corn. So you need to trim that off. I am trying to achieve the maximum amount of corn husk in a perfect way. So I am slowly cutting off the bottom of the corn and we will keep on doing that till we take out the husks. At the end you will see that it is so attached that you need to tear it off. So do not tear off the corn as long as you can take out the full husk. You can use this husk as an alternate of butter paper. You can dry these wrappers and you can store it for future use, and while you want to use the dried wrappers, you just need to soak them in water so that they become soft and it can be used just as you are using it fresh, except the color will change. After taking out the wrappers, now we will take out the corn silk. Do you know every seed of the corn has a hair of its own and this is known as corn silk. This silk is very beneficial for our health. So we will be using this corn silk in our recipe. Collect the corn silks and put it in a saucepan and add water to it. Now it's time to take out the corn kernels. Taking out corn kernels is very easy. Just take a sharp knife and you just need to slide into the length. You can see a straight line. Just cut it through that and it is easy to take out the corn. Since I will be grinding this corn kernels, so I am taking it out like that, but you can individually take out the corns as well. Just you go through the line and just cut it. Taking out and cutting the corn kernels is very easy. It's not a tough task. You can do it easily. Just patiently use a large knife so that it becomes easier to cut it. Corn is rich in vitamin C and it is quite healthy and beneficial for our health. You can also make cornflakes out of this corn kernels. You just need to grind it fine and then you need to roast it or bake it in the oven and dehydrate it till it becomes slightly brown and crispy. Apart from cornflakes, you can make many other recipes using these corn kernels. Fresh corn serves a very good taste and variety of recipes can be made out of it. You just need to use your imagination and you will see that they are quite healthy and it's gluten free. After taking out the corn kernels, we'll also use the cob of the corn. This cob we will boil it with the corn silk. It will add a very good intense flavor in the corn silk tea which we will be preparing. Now it's time for the other corn and we will cut it similarly as we had done before. This recipe which we will be making is an eggless recipe. You can also make it with egg. All the parts of the corn has been used in this recipe. We are using the corn kernels, we are using the cob, we are using the corn silk, as well as we are going to use the corn husk. In this recipe, we are trying to avoid waste. Any kind of waste can be avoided by using it wisely. So the corn cob, which we always discard, is being used to get the intense flavor in the corn silk tea, and the corn husks, which we discard, it can be used in various ways. So today I'll be using it to layer the corn cake, a very good alternative of butter paper. So now all the corn kernels have been done and it's ready to proceed with the recipe. In a saucepan we have added water, corn silk, and we have cut the cobs into half so that it fits the saucepan, and we will boil it. While it is boiling, we will add the corn kernels in a mixie jar and we will need to grind it. Do not add any water while grinding. We will grind it just as it is and then we will slowly add the other ingredients. Look at the color, how soothing it is. Now we'll add a little curd. This is homemade curd. We'll add around 2 tablespoons. Along with it, we'll add half cup of milk. Now it's time for the sugar. We are adding around 1 cup of sugar. The corn kernels are also sweet, so you can keep it mild. A little vanilla essence and oil around 1/4 cup. Now we'll grind it again. Now as you can see, the paste has become quite smooth. Now we'll add other ingredients. We'll be adding the rind of the lemon. This rind will give a very good aroma and freshness into the corn. And look at the hue, how it looks. Yellow corn paste and the light green rind. It looks so beautiful. Now we will also add the cornmeal. We'll be adding 2 cups of cornmeal. 1 cup at a time. Do not add all the cornmeal together. We will also add vinegar to it, around 1 tablespoon. We will also add baking soda and baking powder. Now it's time to mix all the ingredients once again and see how they look. Now we'll add the remaining 1 cup of cornmeal. Cornmeal is also known as Makai ka atta. You can adjust the quantity of cornmeal depending on the consistency of the batter. Now it's time to use the corn husks. Corn husks which we had obtained, we have trimmed both the edges of the corn husk and we will be layering them in the bottom of the cake tin. So you need not grease any of the corn husk. You can just directly place them, so no greasing is required. Using the corn husk will also enhance the flavor of the cake which will be made in it, because these corn husks also has a unique flavor of the corn. So today we are making corn cake, but even if you use these corn husks for making any other cake, a mild fragrance of the corn will infuse into the cake, whichever flavor of cake you will be making. Nicely layer the cake tin with the corn husk so that whenever you put the batter of the corn cake, it will be inside it. This is how you need to trim the corn husk from both the edges. You can always prepare them in advance. I had prepared a few in advance. Whatever is falling short, I will be trimming it back and then using it. See how they look. I am just having a beautiful sight in front of me and I am enjoying this sight. It looks so beautiful. The light green hue is really eye-soothing. Now it's time to pour the batter into the mold. Ensure that the batter has been uniformly poured. And now we need to decorate it. For that I am using cranberry. Dried cranberries are easily available in the market. You just sprinkle them over the top of the cake batter and just uniformly spread them. You can decorate it whichever way you want. This will add a very beautiful color to it, and as well as cranberries are quite healthy for your health. They look so beautiful. The yellow batter and the red cranberry, a very good combination. After garnishing the cake batter with the cranberries, we need to tap the cake batter so that all the trapped air bubbles are removed. And then we will put it in the oven. You need to preheat the oven for at least 10 minutes at 180 degrees centigrade. Thereafter, we will place the corn cake into the oven for at least 30 to 40 minutes. You need to keep a check so that it does not burn. While the cake is baking, we will start preparing the other ingredients. As you remember, we had put the corn silk to boil. So now we will proceed with the recipe. After boiling for around 10 to 15 minutes, we get the residue. This is corn silk tea, where we had boiled the corn cob and the corn silks. You can see the light yellow color. You need to strain the mixture and then it's ready. This is very healthy and it helps in our UTI problems and it improves our immunity. It also improves our bladder. In this corn silk tea, we will add sugar and we'll put it to boil. We need to reduce this liquid and we will obtain a corn syrup. This corn syrup we'll be using in the cake. We will also add a little lemon juice in it. Adding lemon juice enhances the flavor of the corn syrup as well as it does not allow sugar to crystallize. That's why lemon is used. While the cake is baking, our syrup is also getting ready. You can see the corn syrup is getting thicker. It's almost 25 minutes, so we'll just go and check how the cake has been cooked till now. So the top layer has browned and we'll just insert a sharp knife into it so that if it comes out clean, that means the cake is ready. Yeah, it's almost ready. We'll just let it cook for some more time. So we had given the timing around 30 minutes and I'll just wait for the bell to ring. Before we take out the cake, we'll again recheck by inserting a sharp knife again and then we'll see whether the knife is coming out clean. Yeah, it's perfect clean, it's ready. Now we'll take out the cake and we will allow it to cool before we demold it. Look at the beautiful color. The cake is perfectly baked. This eggless cake is really delicious and it is giving a very good aroma of corn. We will allow it to cool and then there are a few more steps till we complete the cake. It's not yet ready. See, now the cake has cooled and now we will demold it. See how I will be removing the corn husks. I had not greased the cake tin and neither I had greased the corn husk. Still, it will be quite easy to remove the corn husk. Just overturn it on a big plate and then you remove the bottom of the cake pan and then start trying to remove it. First, loosen the corn husk from the front so that it will be easy and it will not damage the cake, as you can see, and then we'll again overturn it back and then we will take it out layer by layer. Now you can see how easy it is to remove it. In spite of not adding any greasing or butter or oil, still it is quite easy to remove it. It's a very good alternative for butter paper, isn't it? Do not hurry while removing the last layer of the corn husk because they might be sticking to it. At the edges it can just come off, so be careful at that point and carefully remove it. And you see how easily it will come off. So you can see it's done. A little part of the cake is coming off, but I'll just stick it back and then we will again overturn it. you saw how easy it was to remove the corn husk from the corn cake, and the cake is looking so beautiful and gorgeous, and the whole house is filled with the aroma of corn, and it's really smelling so delicious, and just want to cut them just right now. You can have them like this, or else just one more step. You remember we had prepared the corn syrup. We had thickened the syrup with a little sugar in it and lemon juice. Now we will just pour it into this, such that it will absorb all the syrup. This cake will absorb the sweetness of the corn, and you will get an intense flavor and aroma of corn, and it will keep the cake moist. It's almost just like fresh lettuce where we add milk to it. Here we have added corn syrup to it. In this cake we are not adding any cream. We will just allow it to soak for 2 to 3 hours, and then it will be ready to be served. You can have it the next day as well. So I'll just show you how it looks after you cut it. After pouring the corn syrup on the corn cake, we will cover it with a lid, and then we will put it in the refrigerator. So the next day I am cutting it and see how it looks. The cake is still moist, and it has absorbed all the syrup, and it's looking very beautiful. The slice of cake is so gorgeous and amazing. I will just cut, and then you just see how soft it is. The cake is very delicious and moist. You can see how soft it is, and you can taste the corn in it, and it's really corn cake. This gluten-free cake is really mind-blowing. You can make it again and again. It is perfect for a corn lover. They can use corn into their recipes. I hope you like this recipe, and definitely give this recipe a try. Thanks for watching. Do you want some? This one is for you.